Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Marquette Golden Eagles Dynasty here on NCAA Football 14. In this episode, we have Senior Day here in Year 2 as we enter the week 5 and 5. So before we get into the game, to kick it off, I figured we'd just go down our roster and pay some tribute to some guys we're going to have leaving. Jake Haywood has been the starter all of Year 2. He started about half of Year 1 as we split duties with Dillon Koufax. This year, over 2,000 passing yards. And we're certainly going to miss Jake Haywood under center. And, of course, his counterpart here, Dillon Koufax, haven't really used him too much this season, but on Senior Day, we'll certainly look to get him involved here against South Alabama. Then Ruben Brown, a redshirt junior, he's going to vie for the starting quarterback spot next year. We haven't really seen him too much, but if we make a bowl game, maybe we'll throw him in for a quarter or so of football, or maybe even next week in our final regular season game. So we're going to be without Haywood and Koufax next season. Then at wide receiver, Jonathan Thomas, he has over 700 yards so far in his career, 2 touchdowns last year, 2 this year. We'll miss his presence, along with Shane Lidle, who has been arguably the best overall player throughout this series. He's going to end his Marquette career as our all-time leading receiver, although he had 5 receiving touchdowns last year, none so far this season. So we're going to try and get him one here on Senior Day. Then on the offensive line at center, Tremaine Berry, he started every game so far at center for us. He's been solid, very solid overall lineman. And we really don't have much depth here on the interior, just like a quick glance through the guard spots. So it's going to be interesting who we have at center next year, although we do have a few guys in contention. And then Montez Chamberlain at right tackle. He started every game at right tackle for us in this series. He's given up 11 sacks in his career, although he's gotten a lot better in that aspect of this season. We are just taking less sacks as a whole, it seems like. So Chamberlain will be out. We do have a couple tackles here, and Randy Heidemann, a transfer, I believe, from Ball State, if I'm not mistaken, one of those MAC schools. And then we also have Sean Murphy, a true freshman, who has been our left tackle all season. Moving over to defensive end, we have Darqueze Goddard, who's set to graduate. He's had 4 sacks in each of the past couple seasons, as he started every game at left end for us. Hopefully we can get him going on Senior Day. Nothing at defensive tackle. All our guys are going to be coming back. We are going to lose a few linebackers here. Denzel Highsmith, he's been a very active run stopper for us this season. Last year he had a sack and an interception, although we've kind of been integrating a few more guys at linebacker here, including Daniel Armstrong, who has been very, very good for us. Davin Rice will be back at middle linebacker. And that right outside linebacker, Ahmad Plummer, he's really struggled with injuries, especially this season, although he will be back for Senior Day and he will get the start. And in the secondary, we will have a few hits. Dackenzie Durant, a senior, 4 interceptions in his career. He started every game at corner alongside Juice Campbell, who will be back next season, luckily. Marcus Dixon out of the slot has been solid, and we're going to need to replace him next year. And then finally, we get to Rondell Nichols, who's taken over for D'Angelo Bush. I don't know how many of you remember him from last season. He was our senior safety, and Nichols took the starting job this year in his place, and he's been very impactful, has an interception, and he also he's been a good presence in the run game as well. So those are the guys we won't have back next season. Definitely going to miss a few of them, especially Shane Lidle, Jake Haywood, but that's part of the college game, You only have these guys for maybe 4 years if you're lucky. It's a constant recycle, replacement type thing here in college. Now it's time to get into the action. We're here at the BMO Bradley Center for the final time here in Year 2, as we're set to face the South Alabama Jaguars, as Marquette's still hunting for bowl eligibility, as we're now 5 and 5, dropping our last 2 games here. We've really struggled closing games, especially in the second half, but that's something where we put a little more preparation in, and we're going to try and get the job done this week. Coming in at 5 and 5, we need one more win, and we certainly want to get it this week on Senior Day, and that's certainly how you write the script. We're going to be without guys like Shane Lidle, Jake Haywood, Dackenzie Durant, so let's just bask in their final home game, and we really hope they can make a big impact in this one. We're getting set for the opening coin toss, and Marquette trying to snap this 2-game losing streak. Next week we face Purdue, So we certainly want to get the job done here this week. Let's just start with the ball. It's senior day. Let's just drive down the field and get a score. Marquette starts out in the 2 tight end set with Dowling in the backfield, and they'll start with a give here on senior day, and that goes for nothing. I think to start this game, we'll try and spread things out a bit, and then as the game closes, we'll hopefully be in a position where we can rely more so on the running game. Here's Haywood's first drop back of the day, and there's Jordan Pinson working back to it, 6 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 4. Quick third down here for Marquette as Haywood takes the drop back, tries to get Pinson, and he was picked up there by the defender. Good job there to avoid the completion. So we don't get the start we want here on senior day, a 3 and out, and the freshman Eddie Stevens on for the punt. Kick is off. It's going to be fielded from the 26 as Jones has that for the Jags. And he's laid out there by Denzel Highsmith working on special teams. And here we'll see Brandon Bridge. It looks like he might have got hurt last week, only 4 for 9. And he's had a rough start here, the senior quarterback. And I don't know how many of you remember Brandon Bridge during his time in college. He had some draft hype. The Montreal native, I believe now playing in the CFL. So here comes Bridge under center, or I'm sorry, in the shotgun. And so he'll make an adjustment. Quick pass there. And that's right in the breadbasket for Smith. That got over the head of Tyler Black, but a drop there. That's a crucial one. That would have been a nice gain for the Jags. 2nd and 10 now after the drop. Smith in motion. And South Alabama, they have a ton of transfers who had to sit out this year, so they should be an improved improved team in the next couple years as Chris Dinham, his first carry, gets 8. And now 3rd and 2. And they'll give right back to Dinham. He has a nice gap as he works across midfield, picks up 7. Bridge for another drop back, fakes the screen, goes downfield, and that just goes out of bounds over the head. I'm not sure what receiver that was, but Ahmad Plummer was there in coverage, although the pass sails out of bounds. Bridge has had very bad interception concerns this season. I think just 7 passing touchdowns to 14 interceptions was the numbers coming in. And he runs that time. Good tackle by Black in open field, a 6-yard gain for Bridge on the scramble. 3rd and 4 now. Bridge on a drop back. And a good route there from Smith. I had Campbell. Oh, wow, it goes for an incompletion. I had Campbell in user coverage, and I got beat real bad there on a deep out. So that's going to bring up, a 54-yard field goal attempt. And wow, I thought the feet were in there. Kick is up, and that's way off. Some of these are just absurd. And we'll get our first studio update of the day as number 2 Texas falls to Baylor. Is that Seth Russell, right, at quarterback? Lasse Sheestrunk for the Bears. Tyrone Swoops at quarterback for Texas. And he did not have a good day. Michigan State defeats Penn State by 2. UCLA beats USC in a battle of top 10 teams. And Georgia Tech, number 12, beats number 8 Virginia Tech. So a lot of action here this week around the nation, and it's very unclear still what the national championship is going to turn out to be. It very well could be Army against UL Lafayette if both of those teams win out. So Marquette gets it back after that really bad miss on the field goal. I don't know if I have to put up the CPU field goal accuracy slider or what. Now Haywood out the empty set to start this drive. And he'll go to Randall Darby, and that's a short 3-yard pickup. Now 2nd and 7, Tyson Bolt out there, and he'll get his first touch. So a nice hole as he gets up to about midfield, 9 yards for Bolt. Next year is going to be a tough senior day. I think all 4 of our running backs right now are juniors. So we're going to have 4 senior running backs next year. And of course, we want to mix them all in on senior day, so that's going to be a struggle. Now less than 4 minutes left, Haywood on the drop back. And he had Shane Lytle downfield, but pressure incoming. He had to try and get that off his back foot, but couldn't get it anywhere close to where Lytle was at. Haywood another drop back. Roll to his left. For Cooper downfield, and Cooper works back to it, had it in his hands. But a good play by the DB crashing downhill and breaking it up. That's been Cooper's biggest struggle throughout this series is hanging on to balls through contact. Now we'll do it again here, 3rd and 10. Haywood out of the shotgun. And we're trying to go for RB, but our RB button has been, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. We were trying to hit RB on the smash, but to no avail as we get sacked, and we're going to have to punt again. Now Stevens on a punt from the 40, and I really don't mind that my right bumper button doesn't work sometimes. It kind of just gives, it's an added layer. It's like an added challenge layer, if you will. And now Stevens gets the kickoff. I don't think it's going to be that good of a kick, although it does reach down to the 16. And Jones, he's pulled down by a face mask, and he could add another 15. And that was the senior corner, Marcus Dixon, on the face mask penalties. He's had a good amount of penalties so far this season. 1st and 10 now, South Alabama from the 43. Easy pitch and catch there for Johnson at the sideline as he stumbles out 7 yards. 2nd and 3 now, the first completion for Brandon Bridge. And that'll give here to Johnson. And a good play downhill by Tyler Black. Good angle and pursuit. He gets the stop in one-on-one, although South Alabama does get a first down. Marquette showing pressure here on the 1st and 10. Bridge takes the snap. He'll roll to his right and scramble. A lot of green grass ahead. Davin Rice can't make the stop. And Juice Campbell does get him, but Bridge stumbles into the end zone for a 45-yard touchdown carry. And just pitiful defense there. I don't know how we let that one develop. Good blocking to the right. Davin Rice maybe should have took a little bit better of an angle. Couldn't get him on the dive, and there's no one back there. And an easy touchdown run for Brandon Bridge to give South Alabama the lead. Now Marquette takes over 2 drives that stalled out. That 3 and out earlier. Now they'll try and counter. A carry here for Briggs runs right into an engagement, and that goes for -1. 2nd and 11 now. Marquette behind the sticks. Haywood in the empty set. He'll take the snap. Just dumps that off for Thad Archibald. And Archibald's brought down after 4. Now 3rd and 7. And a quick 3rd down again for the Golden Eagles. Marquette comes out in the same 5-receiver set. 2 minutes now left in the quarter. There's for Darby at the sideline, and he gets a foot in. The right bumper button working that time. I thought they might review that one, but luckily Darby made the catch. Now fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 39. Haywood back to pass. We wanted to set up the screen for Thomas, but he was covered. So we have to opt for the dump off there for Dowling, and luckily it just goes incomplete. And I really have to fix my audibles. I would have tried to audible something there, but I don't have any good options. That's something I've been meaning to get to, but just haven't. And now it's 2nd and 10. They'll give back to Tyson Bolt. And I think that was a linebacker or safety who just got in there free and brought Bolt down for a -2 in the backfield. 3rd and long now for Marquette. I don't know if we've even been across midfield yet in this game. Dowling in the backfield, although they will pass here. And that was way off the mark, trying to get that for Shane Lidle, as Haywood's inaccuracy was exposed there. And now Stevens on for another punt. Marquette's offense just super dry to start, and I think we're actually going to throw in Dillon Koufax on the next drive so you can see if he could bring a spark. This will be fielded by Jones. Has some space up the sideline, and he'll work ahead to the 46, a 21-yard return for Jay Jones. South Alabama again working with good field position. Now a fake there to Johnson, a quick pass from Bridge, and Davin Rice gets there to knock the ball free. That was a risky throw from Bridge. Kind of lofted that up in traffic. So another incompletion from Brandon Bridge. Now 1 for 5 to start. That brings up a 2nd and 10. Bridge back to pass. Swings that out. His man wasn't even, I don't know what that was. His man like tripped out of bounds or something. And another incompletion, 3rd and 10. Marquette would certainly like to force a 3 and out here. Less than a minute now left in the first quarter. Looks like they'll set up a screen. And it's read tremendously by Davin Rice. A big hit there. Forces the loss. And South Alabama will have to punt. Kick is off to Pinson now from the 14. Good block there. Pinson going to reverse field, go to the left. Another good block. That might be a clip, though. A lot of green grass here for Jordan Pinson. He's still going. Past the 30. Past the 20. Past the 10. And Jordan Pinson with the punt return touchdown. 85 yards. And there's no flags. Let's go. I think our first kick return, punt return touchdown of the series. And that was a nice one. I love the reverse field. And you're not catching Jordan Pinson, although they were close. And Dylan Mackey kicks through the extra point. Marquette ties it up here. 9 seconds left in the first quarter. When the offense isn't producing, It certainly helps when the special teams will pick up the slack. And Jordan Pinson, he has a bright future ahead of him, only a sophomore. Now Woodson on the return as he's brought down after a 27-yard pickup. Now 4 seconds left, time for one more play for the Jags. And we were about to call in Dillon Koufax from the bullpen, but not quite yet. Jordan Pinson had other plans. And now a nice carry there for Johnson, breaks the tackle. I don't know how he made it through a few defenders there. And that's going to take us into the second quarter. A nice punt return, I don't know, more than nice. A tremendous punt return touchdown from Jordan Pinson, knots it up. And Marquette staying alive here on Senior Day despite a poor offensive showing thus far. Now South Alabama will get us started here in the second quarter. And they'll give it right back to Johnson, same way they ended the first quarter. He's hit hard by Nichols, but not before picking up 11 and a first down. A fresh set here for South Alabama now at the 45 across midfield. Bridge, a quick pass there for Jones, and he couldn't hang on the quick slant. 2nd and 10, Bridge in the shotgun. Back to pass. Swings that out for Smith. He's brought down by Black. 3-yard pickup for Javarius Smith. Now 3rd and 7 for South Alabama. Bridge takes the snap. He has a man open over the middle. That's Smith. And Smith found the soft spot, picks up the first down, 14-yard catch. Bridge, a delay give there. And a good stand-up play, one-on-one by Darquez Goddard. Brings him down at the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10. 2nd down now for the Jags. Bridge takes the snap. Lost that over for Woodson Jr. Nichols didn't get there in time for the interception. Could have maybe jumped that and take it the other way. But a catch there for 5. Now another 3rd down faced by the Jaguars. Bridge back to pass. Looks like he's gonna scramble again. Trips over a man. And that's gonna go for a sack. And Clarence Thurman, the redshirt junior defensive tackle, will get credit for the sack. And he just barely got there in time. Bridge stumbles ahead. That'll bring up a 43-yard field goal attempt now. I don't know what to expect on this one. The last one was just not even close. And you got to remember, we're in a dome. There's not even any wind. Although this one looks good as the Jaguars take the 10-7 lead. And now Campbell will be able to field this from the 1. Let's see if he can recreate what Jordan Pinson just happened, although he's brought down through a tight lane there. 28-yard return for Juice. So now I have Dillon Koufax out there to lead a series or two. We'll see how he does. Tyson Bolt in the backfield. And he'll get another give up the middle. That time he picks up 4. Koufax opened episode 1 of this series as our starter. Started the first few games, and then we kind of had a musical chairs with Jake Haywood last season before we established Haywood as a full-time starter entering this year. Koufax, his first drop back of the day. And he'll hit fellow senior there, Shane Lidle. Lidle's first action of this senior day. Now Marquette out there in the 22 personnel with Jeff Harris at fullback. Theo Briggs gets another give and a strong run there, picking up 5. Still the 2 backs in the backfield. Koufax directly under center, Thomas in motion. And Koufax will pass there. He hits Jordan Pinson, and that goes for 6. 2nd and 4 now. Koufax another drop back, and he'll just pitch that for Cooper. An easy 13-yard gain there for the tight end, his first catch of the day. 1st and 10 now, Marquette at the 38 across midfield for the first time. They try to set up a screen there for Pinson, and Koufax way off the mark on that one. 2nd and 10 now, exactly halfway through the second quarter. And Koufax will give the for Dowling, and Jackson Lyles missed a block there. 3-yard gain for Dowling, could have had more. 3rd and 7 now from the 35. Tyson Bolt in the backfield. Koufax takes the snap. And just out of the reach for Shane Lidle. He was wide open there at the sideline. But Koufax just a mistimed read there. And 4th and 7 from the 35. I think we are just going to go for it. We're not quite in Dylan Mackey's field goal range. We'll give Koufax a try here. See if we can make something happen. Koufax will take the snap. And Jonathan Thomas, the senior, his first catch. And timely as he picks up 16, works inside the red zone. Jonathan Thomas, one of the senior receivers here, along with Shane Lidle. A big grab there. Now first down, Koufax keeps a read option. And he'll get a solid 4 up the middle. 2nd and 6 now from the 15. Koufax another snap. South Alabama brings pressure. Koufax there for Jordan Pinson. And Pinson hauls in the touchdown, his second of the day. A punt return touchdown and now a receiving touchdown. as Dillon Koufax comes off the bench and injects this team with some energy. Pinson wide open there in the end zone, and like I said, bright things ahead for Pinson as he celebrates right in front of the South Alabama mascot there. You love to see that. An 11-play, 66-yard drive engineered by Koufax, as Marquette now up 14-10, 2:17 left in the half. The Golden Eagles take the lead for the first time in this game. Let's see if we can hold on as we're set to enter the second half here soon. A good run there, good blocking by Chris Dinham. South Alabama's offensive line doing a very good job here in the first half to create running lanes. Another first down here for the South Alabama Jaguars. First and 10 Bridge, a quick play call there. As that run, that'll net a loss. I think that was Denzel Highsmith there, and it was to bring him down in the backfield. The Jags take a timeout. 2:01 now left in the half. Delay give, although no, Bridge will keep. Pitches it back for Saxton, the tight end. And he's brought down by Daniel Armstrong. Interesting play call there. Saxton, a future NFL tight end, although I think now he's playing in the XFL. 3rd and 10 now. Marquette looking for a stop here. Get the ball back. Saxton gets it back again as he's lit up by Davin Rice. And Marquette will take a timeout. So the Golden Eagles will take over from the 30. A minute 33 left in the half. And they have 2 timeouts trying to add on to their lead. They'll start with a carry here for Dowling. He's tripped up, although he does pick up 6 up the middle. We'll take that. 2nd and 4 now, 1:11 in the half. Marquette has to show a little bit of urgency now at this point. Koufax takes the snap out of the shotgun. Goes downfield for Pinson, and that goes wide of everybody. Now exactly 60 seconds left in the half. Marquette looking to convert. 3rd and 4 here. Koufax takes the snap. Drops that off for Lidle, and that'll move the chains. Time continuing to tick down here. Marquette still a couple timeouts in their pocket. Koufax takes another snap. Launch that downfield deep for Lidle, and Lidle does get it in the hands but can't hang on through contact on that deep heave. 2nd down now. From the 40, Marquette. Another snap here for... And that's picked off by Staples. A horrible read by Koufax. And South Alabama will take over again from the 50. Awful read trying to hit Johnson, but offline there on the pass. And South Alabama, a crucial turnover there from Koufax. And we really liked what he did on the first drive, not so much there. So now 40 seconds left for the Jags. They take over in Marquette territory. And our interceptions, we were really good with limiting interceptions early on in the season, but these last few weeks I feel like they've really hampered us. Davin Rice forces a fumble there on Braden Bridge scramble, and the Golden Eagles take it right back. Gavin Battaglia on the recover, and Davin Rice, he's had a few big hits in this game. That time just absolutely punishing Braden Bridge, and Bridge really hasn't had a good going in this game. Following the interception, we will throw Jake Haywood back out there. We think with his arm, he's a little bit more talented, when it comes to running these 2-minute drills. Or in this case, we have like 30 seconds left. And I don't know what happened there. Kind of lost my eyes on the quarterback, had my eyes downfield. And we kind of pulled a Dan Orlovsky in a sense. Not a safety, but we kind of just ran right out of bounds. And that'll lose 9. And at this point, I think we'll just run it and try and take it into the half. Theo Briggs, a nice carry, although he's stopped after 5. 3rd and 14 now, just time for one last play. We'll let the clock run down and then throw up a deep heave. Haywood will take the snap here. Just a quick pass there for Cooper. Pad the stats a little bit. 16 yards there for Cooper, and we'll take this into halftime. A Koufax interception there towards the end of the half really limited our ability to extend the lead, but a good half of football overall. We really came out slow. Koufax came off the bench, provided a spark. That Jordan Pinson punt return really turned the tide for us. And then, of course, he had that touchdown reception later on. So it's senior day here in Milwaukee. Marquette sporting a 14-10 lead as we head into the second half. And we all know how the second half has gone for us in recent games. We have not been able to hold on or close games, but hopefully here on senior day, we'll be able to rewrite this script. Dylan Mackey on for the kickoff to get us started here. And we're off. Just 14 minutes left of football here And of course, next season we're gonna bump up the quarter length to 8 minutes. Jay Jones, a nice return. He found a seam and works up ahead. A 33-yard return for Jay Jones. Now Brandon Bridge and South Alabama take over for the first time in the second half. Bridge looking to improve, which was a pretty, I would say, a mediocre, maybe even worse than that first half from him. Didn't really complete many passes and then turned it over late. South Alabama had a chance to draw even closer. 2nd and 9, just a 1-yard run to start. And now Bridge will drop back. They'll set up a screen. Good blocking, although Highsmith, very good hand usage to beat the block out in space. And he comes down with the tackle. A very strong performance so far from the senior linebacker. 3rd and 8 now. A 3-and-out would be nice for Marquette to start this second half. Saxton in motion. And they'll give to Dinham. And he's brought down by Barry Barber. He missed the last couple games. Good to see him get some action here and make a stop. So Dillon Koufax will come out to start this second half. Marquette takes over from the 11. A good punt from South Alabama. And Briggs just scraping through. And he'll pick up 6 up the middle. 2nd and 4 now for Marquette. And Koufax will keep a read option here. You see 60, Sean Murphy was beat out there in space. Although you like to see him getting out in the second level. 10-yard pickup for Koufax. Another fresh set here for Marquette. Now 2 tight ends out there. Koufax in the shotgun. He'll give to Dowling. And Dowling really no blocking there to the edge. He loses 1. 2nd and 11 now. Koufax directly under center. He'll take the snap, rolls to his left. Being chased. Makes a man miss. Sets in the pocket there. Or sets outside. Not in the pocket, but outside. Deep heave there for Lidle. And that goes incomplete. Koufax certainly not afraid to take those deep shots. Now he comes out empty for this 3rd and 11. And he's back to pass here. Tight coverage there, although he does have a target there. Jonathan Thomas. And Thomas showing very good acceleration after the catch, picking up 14. Another clutch 3rd down conversion there for Thomas. Koufax comes out and starts 7 for 13, a touchdown and an interception. Now Dixon in motion. And they'll give back to Dowling. Good block there by 74. I think that's Brian Joseph, our JUCO guard. And Dowling 5 on that carry. Now just 4 minutes left in the third. Marquette doing a good job of moving the ball down the field. And the Koufax will keep again. Good blocking up the middle. And he gets 8 that time. And that read option game is something we really can't pull off with Jake Haywood. But certainly with Koufax, it brings in a little added dimension. Now Cooper in motion. They'll give again to Dexter Dowling. Dowling carving his way through. And he works ahead for 9. A strong run there from DD. 2nd and 1 now. Marquette back to pass. And Koufax will just dump that off for Jeff Harris, the freshman fullback. He can't really get going, but he does pick up 5 in the first down. 1st and 10 now. And good crashing down the line there from South Alabama's D-line. They read that run all the way. Briggs stopped for -2. Now 2nd and 12 from the 35. Koufax in the shotgun. Dowling to his left. Koufax back to pass. He'll dump that off for Dowling, who makes the grab, even with the defender closing downhill. Just 2, though. Now 3rd and 10 from the 33. Probably need at least 10 more yards here to get in Dylan Mackey's field goal range, so maybe 4-down territory for Marquette, as they proved earlier in this vicinity. Turned out to be a Thomas conversion. He'll just dump that off for Cooper this time. And Cooper stopped before the first down marker. It was going to be close, but a very strong defensive play there from South Alabama. And now Marquette has a decision to make here on 4th and inches. And the Golden Eagles will come out in the 22 personnel. South Alabama pinching the D-line. They probably know it's coming, but we're going to go with our big men against their big men here. Hand off to Briggs, and he gets the job done. And he picks up 4 inside the red zone now. And Marquette doing a good job relying on the running game here. As they'll give to Bolt on the fake end around to Pinson. Decent run there from Bolt. He gets 4. 2nd and 6 now from the 16. Koufax will keep for another read option. He's brought down there. And he fumbles inside the red zone. A good strip there. And we did not see that coming. Wow, it just shows the recovery. It didn't even show the actual play. Wow, Koufax was held up one-on-one. And the defender did a tremendous job to strip him. And now South Alabama, what a turnover that's going to prove to be. They take over now to 14. So that's his second. A tremendous drive was being engineered there by Koufax as we were relying on the running game. And then he gets stripped here as we're hoping to score a touchdown to put South Alabama out of reach. And now Brandon Bridge, a tremendous run there, making guys miss. Barry Barber can't bring him down. He's still going, and he's going to take this all the way. What a turn 2 plays can make. Marquette driving down the field. Looks like we're going to add on some insurance as a touchdown. Koufax fumbles, and then Brandon Bridge, the longest run for 86 yards and a touchdown. His second big play of the day. And I don't know, we're just Swiss cheese there. I don't know how we're not getting to him, and we don't have any guys home, even in the vicinity. Now the crowd here at Marquette's stunned as Juice Campbell will try to get some energy here on the return, although just 25 yards on that one. And now Marquette looks to answer here. They'll throw Jake Haywood back out there. Koufax was doing a good job of moving the ball, but just the turnovers. We can't really be having that at this stage in the game. A play action there as Cooper gets another catch. Good pitch and throw there. Pitch and catch there from Haywood. Back off the bench. Cooper now over 50 yards on the day. Now 1st and 10 from the 40 here. 10 seconds left in the half. Cooper in motion. And they'll give back to Dowling. Dowling a decent run there. Picks up 4. And that's going to bring us into the 4th quarter. Marquette looking to pull away with a win here on senior day. But they're not making it easy for themselves. 2 Dillon Koufax turnovers have pulled some points off the board for us. And that Brandon Bridge return, just a dagger a few moments ago. Marquette still very much in it, though, obviously, with a full quarter left to play. Now at the 45, a 2nd and 6 to open the 4th quarter. Haywood takes a snap directly under center. A quick dump off there for Lidle. And Lidle pulls away from a few guys, picks up a couple extra yards as Marquette works into South Alabama territory. Another fresh set here, and they'll give back to Dowling. Dowling taken down after a 3-yard loss. Jackson Lyles again missing a block. Certainly don't need to press here, but just based on how recent weeks have gone, we don't feel too confident playing here later in games. Another quick pass there for Lidle, and he drops that one now. 3rd and 13. 3rd and 13, they'll come out in one of Koufax's funky formations. And he'll take the snap. Looks like he's going to pass here. Go downfield again, and that's way offline. Looks like he was trying to knock one of those cheerleaders over on the pyramid, or whatever you call those formations. So just a pitiful result. I mean, based on how the last few games have gone, we kind of see where this one is headed. Marquette's going to have to punt again here. Just 6:16 left in the game. Stevens gets this one off. And that's not going to be the best of punts. We've had some good ones in recent games, but that one looks like it just goes down barely inside the 20. South Alabama will pick up from the 15. So what's up with those big quarterback runs we're giving up? Is it something we're doing with the linebackers? I know I got a comment from my boy Joka that I have to spread the linebackers a little bit, something I've never really paid attention to. As a good pass there for Smith up the sideline. An easy 20 yards for South Alabama. And at this point in games, when we give up a lead, we can't really get the offense going. It just, I kind of get distracted. I got to hunker down here. As Darquez Goddard, a very good stop there. Read the play well. Stuck on Bridge on the keep. And he'll bring him down. Brandon Bridge, 137 yards on 6 rushes. His arm hasn't really gotten it done, but his legs certainly have. 2nd and 12 now. Bridge, he'll scramble. He's brought down by Goddard again. And that time Goddard gets the sack. That's going to set up a 3rd and 13. Goddard playing very well here in his last home game. South Alabama setting back up out of the hurry-up. 3rd and long for the Jags. Bridge back to pass. And he has Saxton over the middle. And we were there at Davin Rice, but we just pulled off a little bit. And that's all Bridge needed to find his man. Saxton, a clutch 1st down conversion there. And that brings up 1st and 10. Bridge back to pass. He has nothing open. And he's ripped down and he fumbles again. Picked up by Denzel Highsmith. And he'll carry it ahead. My goodness. Neither of these teams want to win this game, it seems like. That might have been Battaglia. No, that was Daniel Armstrong. What a difference maker he's been. The strips, I don't know if that was a sack, but forces the ball free. And Denzel Highsmith, mentioned the senior linebacker having a very good game, and he makes a very heads-up play there. Now Marquette takes over, just over 5 minutes left. here from the 43-yard line. That's a quick dump off there for Cooper. Breaks the tackle, works ahead, and a nice 7-yard pickup for the tight end. 2nd and 3 now. And Pinson will get this one underneath. Not a huge gain, but he'll get 6 and another first down for the Golden Eagles. Haywood now in the shotgun, and he'll give for Dowling. Run to the right. Good blocking from Tremaine Berry there. Just a 3-yard pickup from Dowling. 2nd and 7 now, and they'll run out Dillon Koufax again. Here they have Jeff Harris and Bolt both in the backfield, but they will pass here. Koufax rolls to his left, and he'll just dump that off for the fullback. A good catch from Harris. Springs off a man, and eventually gets 16. A very good pickup there from our fullback. 1st and 10 now from the 12. Our offense has only found the end zone once so far in this game. Dixon in motion, and they'll hand it off for Dowling. Dowling really nothing to the edge there, although he does manage to pick up 3 out of that somehow. 2nd and 7, Marquette now inside the 10-yard line, looking to take the lead here. Haywood back to pass. Goes for Cooper, and Cooper hangs on despite the hit. And now Marquette inside the 5. The Golden Eagles throw 3 tight ends out there, and they'll give here for Dowling, and he's brought down, and he picks up nothing. That's going to bring up a crucial 4th down here. They're telling us to kick the field goal, but if you're Marquette, you at least, I think, throw a formation out there and see how it looks. So 4th and 2, Marquette brings out the 22 personnel. And they're going to call a play here. Jeff Harris, the freshman fullback, takes it in for the touchdown. And Marquette takes the lead here. Just 2:21 left on senior day. Let's see if the defense can hang on. Harris had that big catch earlier, and we've been utilizing him a lot more in the second half of the season. He puts us up ahead. Now another studio update. Utah defeats Arizona, a ranked Arizona team, in a Pac-12 battle. Utah's still alive. They need a win in the final week if they want to become bowl eligible. Kadeem Carey there for the Wildcats. Jesse Scroggins at quarterback. 2:21 now left. Marquette up 21-17. Dylan Mackey, that's going to be fielded from the 1. This is Woodson Jr. Trucks Lenny Butler, breaks another tackle, and then hit hard there. I'm not sure who that was. Maybe Dalton Corbett, number 46. But a decent return there from Woodson Jr. to the 28. And the first play there, they delay give to the running back. And that's the freshman Jerry Jones reading that all the way. A big tackle for loss. A 2nd and 12 now for the Jags. And South Alabama has not passed the ball well at all in this game. And now they're probably going to have to do that from here on out. 2nd and 13, bridge back to pass. Over to the sideline for Smith. A good catch as that picks up 6, brings up a 3rd and 8. Now bridge another drop back. He has a man. And that goes over the head of Smith. It looked like Nichols actually was crashing down there. Maybe could have got a hand on that pass or intercepted it, but that falls harmlessly to the ground. And now a 4th and 8 for South Alabama. This could be the game. Bridge in the shotgun. 1:39 left. He takes the snap. And he's going to try and scramble. And he's brought down by Barry Barber. It looked like he might have been able to squeeze ahead for the first down, but Barry Barber able to make the stop. And Marquette gets the ball back here at South Alabama's 35. Probably just going to try and run out the clock at this point. They'll start with a give for Dowling to the outside. Runs into a man and just couldn't get anything going. Those outside runs for Dowling just have not really worked for us. South Alabama takes their first timeout. Now 1:30 remaining. Now Harris at fullback as they'll give back to Dowling. Dowling trucks a man over. He picks up 8. South Alabama burns their second timeout. A first down here. Marquette wins the game. Now 3 tight ends out there. Dowling the lone back. And they'll give it to him. Good push up front. Dowling picks up the first down. Although there's a flag. So we might have to do it again. And it is a clip. I did turn down the clipping slider. Our first clipping call of the game on Grant Cooper. And that now brings up a 3rd and 9. A huge shift there that keeps South Alabama alive. Marquette had the game. They would just have to take a few kneel downs. And instead they now face a 3rd and 9 outside of field goal range. Haywood. He'll dump that off for Dowling on the screen. Dowling carries a man up ahead, but still short of the first down. South Alabama takes their final timeout. 4th and 1. Probably outside of Dylan Mackey's field goal range at 44 yards. So I think we'll just bring out our 22 personnel and try to get this win with a Theo Briggs carry up the middle. Marquette 3 for 3 on 4th down. Let's make it 4 for 4 here. And you know who's getting the ball, right to Theo Briggs. And he picks it up, and Marquette is going to win here on Senior Day. And they become bowl eligible. Of course, it'll take a few kneel downs here, but very happy at the result. It was looking like we were going to blow this one yet again. And that just would not have sat well with me, especially against a South Alabama team Kirk Herbstreit picked us to defeat. So there's one kneel down there from Jake Haywood. And I know it sounds kind of funny, but we'll throw Dillon Koufax in here and give him a kneel down as well. We got to treat these players, with respect. Koufax has been a very good team guy for us. Started our series as the starting quarterback, but it just didn't work out for him as Haywood kind of secured the starting job this year. And with that Dillon Koufax kneel down, it's official. Marquette advances to 6-5, and we're going bowling this year, folks. Jordan Pinson, a tremendous effort from him. That punt return touchdown really turned the tide for us earlier, and then he had that receiving touchdown as well. Jeff Harris, a very valiant effort from him. Our freshman fullback, he had a big catch earlier and ultimately scored the game-winning touchdown. Jordan Pinson, the player of the game, 124 all-purpose yards and a pair of scores. Marquette takes it on Senior Day here in year 2, and we get some redemption after last year falling to East Carolina in the opening Senior Day of the series. But this is where I'm going to leave you, folks. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for watching. I'm glad we finally got a win for you, and I'm glad we're going to be playing in a bowl game this season. Let me know who impressed you in this game. What seniors are you going to miss next year? And next week we take on the Purdue Boilermakers. They've had an underwhelming season so far, although they still are a Big Ten team, and they're going to be a huge test for us as we look to win 7 regular season games this season. But we're going bowling, folks. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, it's been real, and be well. I'll see you next time.